New tenants show up ready to do business, ready to sign leases, and ready to make money for the owner of the property, really on a daily basis or even multiple times a day. Hey, this is Steven, Gulf Coast Multifamily, doing another video thinking about something that I just talked with another buyer about that's looking at a property in one of my markets, and it's the management staff for a property. What size do you need staff, and when does it really make sense when you're just on the line? What are the different things you should be looking out for to make the decisions, we probably do need on-site staff, or I think somebody can do this third party. So I think the best way to look at that is how much money a property is collecting every month. That's really the first thing that tells you if you can afford full-time staff. Usually people say about 70 units. However, that greatly varies on the amount of income that 70 units buys you. 70 units at $700 a month is obviously a lot less money than if it's 60 units, but it's $1,500 a month. So always a good idea to look at that. Usually when you get about $70,000 a month in gross rents, it starts to be able to pay for an on-site person. But something that we've noticed managing property and the properties that I've brokered and going over financials for something, you can really see a big difference in the cost of payroll depending on the size of the property. Now, 200 plus Class B, Class A units, you've absolutely got to have a pretty full staff there. And then the older properties, C class, that have more maintenance issues, you almost always need full-time maintenance. But what we see the biggest uptick for in gross revenue is when you've got full-time leasing capabilities on site. A bigger property, you can have lease renewals and new tenants show up ready to do business, ready to sign leases, and ready to make money for the owner of the property, really on a daily basis or even multiple times a day. So I think that's what you've really got to look at. The gross rent, what you're losing to lease or what your loss to lease looks like, and what your potential can be if you captured as much of the potential tenants or as much of the potential renewals as possible. Hope you got something out of that video. I'd love to hear your opinions on if you like to have on-site staff or if you prefer third party. If you could, just give me a call. I'd love to hear from you. And if you've got any questions about multifamily on the Gulf Coast or anywhere else, I'd love to talk with you. Have a great rest of your day and talk soon.